I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your dumpster fire for the week of May 23rd to May 29th.
And the unicorns dance while the world burns, world burns.
We're back. We're better than ever. If you want to support our cause here in the undisclosed location, join us at Phetasy.com. That's the best, easiest way to support the show that you love that brings you so much joy. You get the unedited version every Sunday, early, as well as a whole community. And not to mention right now, if you subscribe annually, you get 2 months free. So get in there.
Old in chief. Creepy Joe is being creepy again.
This guy.
I love those barrettes in her hair, man. I tell you what, look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
He really can't help himself. He's mid-talking, and then he's like, oh, hey, I can't wait to uncross those legs. Whoa, Joe!
I mean, it's bad enough that he's commenting on this little girl and her barrettes, but it would have been much less creepy if he hadn't specifically mentioned 19 and her crossed legs.
I can't wait. Yeah, no, he slips into the creepy old man and can't help it. I wonder what goes through his aides and everyone's mind when that starts happening. Are they like, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God.
No, stop it.
He's going off the rails again.
Release more alien footage.
Release the alien footage.
Moving on to journalism. Fauci is no longer confident COVID-19 emerged naturally, now calling for further investigation into its origins.
I never want to hear from this lying dirtbag again. I'm sick of this guy. If I never hear from him again, it won't be too soon. The problem is nothing has changed about this lab leak theory. It's the exact same theory as it was a year ago when everybody called Trump racist for having the theory and then dismissed it as a widely debunked conspiracy theory. And now suddenly it's coming out that it might have been a lab leak and everybody's just pivoting and acting like the news didn't exist in 2020.
Public health experts saying that the lab leak theory, which was previously hawked by conspiracy theorists, might actually be credible.
I think that we should continue to investigate what went on in China until we find out exactly what happened.
Wuhan lab ain't nothing to f with. Wuhan nothing to f with.
Wuhan lab ain't nothing to with.
Wuhan lab, Wuhan lab.
Wuhan lab ain't nothing to with.
They walk back everything. It's incredible. They walk back Hunter Biden laptop story. Mm-hmm. They walk back the lab leak conspiracy theory that allegedly happened. I feel like we're 2 months away from finding out that the election was stolen.
Oh, boy.
It's just so ridiculous. I can't. You just admit that you were wrong. Admit that you're biased. I don't know.
Well, what were you saying? Josh Rogan on Twitter?
He had a great thread just talking about how nothing changed about this. The only thing that changed is they changed their minds about how they were going to cover it. You are not the arbiters of what we get to think or hear about. That's the problem with journalism, is that we get to decide that. You just report the news. You're supposed to look into this stuff, not decide whether or not it's true or we can handle hearing any of the information. It's the same thing they do with vaccinations. Let people decide for themselves and let them hear the information. Just report the information instead of trying to make up your mind about something and then act like the public, precious little snowflakes can't hear about it.
It's all the spin. Just tell us what's going on. Tell us the facts. Just the facts, man.
And there's no accountability. No one has to apologize or say, oh, we got this wrong. Hey, sorry we called you and every person who maybe believed that this came out of a lab a racist. And that's the weird thing, too, is that I just want to put this out there. I don't understand it. Why can't we call it the China virus, but we can call it the South African variant or the Indian variant? Why is it okay to geographically name the variants, but not the virus? I just want to know.
Not the country of origin of the virus.
Yeah. Anyways, we apologize to China.
Never woke enough. Lockheed Martin execs underwent training in 2020 to deconstruct their white male privilege.
I just wish I could go to one of these trainings.
I would pay $1 million to see you at one of these trainings.
I hear from so many people who have to go through them who work in corporate America. It's so standard practice now to have these absolute grifters come through and make these white people feel bad about being white and apologize for their privilege. And big shout out to the guy who was at this training. They had to do these word associations, and it was like, white men, what do you associate with that? And then they were like KKK and white supremacy, and some brave hero out there who totally makes a mockery of all of this said can't jump. I want to know that's my person, whoever that is. He's infiltrated the system. I was joking like, oh, not enough people of color are making weapons of war. We don't have enough people of color making bombs. Not enough brown people are bombing brown people. We want there to be equal distribution of this going on. I feel so bad for all these struggle sessions people have to attend.
Right. And it's you're not against representation. Representation matters, but that taken to extremes, it's just ridiculous's.
Yeah, it does matter. I think it's important, but I think that when you start dividing people into groups and you need these quotas and you're putting people in positions based on quotas instead of merit, and it's not going to lead to a very high functioning anything.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we are supposed to compete with China, the most racist country in the world.
They are.
We apologize to China.
很抱歉，中国。
California. The COVID vaccination lottery. California to pay $116.5 million in gifts and cash to encourage people to get vaccinated.
I'ma be up in the club. I'ma be popping that bubbly. Oh, let's make this last forever. Party and we'll chill together. On and 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 on.
Hey, I was entered into a lotto and I didn't even know it. They entered people who got vaccinated in, which I don't know how they know I got vaccinated, but apparently there's a list.
Oh, your name's on a list.
Newsom, I just don't understand how this is legal. It's not like it's not even one step away. It's him directly handing people cash ahead of a recall election in November.
Yeah.
You got your shot? Yeah, I just got my shot. I mean, then I owe you $50.
That just seems like something that you shouldn't be allowed to do if you're a politician. Like, go around and be like, hey, it's COVID.
Just bribing people.
Here's some money. Here's $50 to get vaccinated.
And then after you're vaccinated, you could win $1 million.
Yeah. Where are we just flush with cash? Now we're just handing it out.
Maybe solve the other problems.
Right.
Like the encampment down the street?
Yeah.
Come on! Moron!
Okay, boycott of boycotts. Alabama lifts ban on yoga in schools. However, only English names can be used for poses, and namaste is not to be used.
Oh, how dare they use I bow to the light in you. Wouldn't want any of that going around. Seeing beyond people's external attributes and seeing the light in one another. We wouldn't want any of that nonsense, would we, Alabama? They lifted the ban on yoga to push the ban on critical race theory. They're like, we've got bigger fish to fry. I say, don't ban any of it. Let the kids pray. Let them do yoga. Let them discriminate against each other based on the color of their skin. Just let it all go. This is America. And we're going backwards.
But aren't they teaching them to discriminate against each other in critical race theory? Isn't that
yes,
part of the problem?
But I say don't ban that either.
Right.
I say just let it all fly. Maybe the prayers and the namastes will counterbalance the discriminatory practice of critical race theory. I mean, it is a cult. It's a cult.
Yeah.
It's a freaking cult. We've been saying this forever.
What is happening? A woman on TikTok goes viral for shaming people who didn't want to date her.
You're wrong. I think it's time for another adult pre-K lesson. What do you think?
Take the cotton out of your ears.
All right, turn your listening ears on. Zoop, catch a bubble in your mouth.
Ugh. Is she a teacher? Because that's...
She seems like it. I feel like these are all the teachers.
Stand it.
There's a lot of conflating of things that should not be conflated. First of all, no means no. If I don't want to date you or sleep with you for any reason, that's enough.
But when your preferences exclude an entire group of marginalized people, that's problematic.
You have to date me even if you don't like me or you're racist, ableist.
If you lump all fat people in one group together as though they are not very different individuals, that's fatphobic.
No, you're fucking crazy. If I don't want to date you, you don't get to bully me into dating you. This is like psychological manipulation and warfare and like borderline personality.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There is a mental health crisis in this country.
You're wrong.
She starts conflating being overweight with having a disability.
And lumping all disabled people in one group and saying, I don't think people in wheelchairs are hot, is ableist.
And also with being black.
Just like lumping all black people in one group and saying, I don't like black people is racist.
There's a great rebuttal.
And stop using racial comparisons towards weight, because it's starting to get annoying as if you need to validate your information by applying our information.
I also have compassion because it's weird to expect people to make yourself feel good. You're basically saying, if you don't love me, I can't love myself.
You're wrong.
We all know if I don't love myself, no one will love me. I have a disability too, and if you don't love me because I'm a tongue thruster, you are ableist. Get wrecked, China.
John Cena gives an apology to China in Mandarin for calling Taiwan a country.
你好，中国，就是叫西呢。
Okay, why the does he know Mandarin?
Because he's a Scientologist.
Mr. freaking pussy in his pants.
That's what he's known for. John Pussy in his pants Cena.
John Cena. Pussy in his pants.
我有一个错误，我必须说现在。
Apologizing to China? What? Apologizing to China? Why, I've never, on Memorial Day? The best is like all the memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got dragged. There was a great Siraj Hashmi who does the list and who will be a regular part of our little community. He wrote a whole piece about how his apology shows we already lost.
Yeah.
Because we're just under the boot of China socially.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
entertainment.
Look at the NBA last year, what happened?
Yeah, the NBA. Well, it's funny, in the apology, he never actually says what he did, which
Right.
was call Taiwan a country.
Probably because he didn't want to repeat the mistake and re-offend them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
这是很重要。我爱更尊重中国，更中国人。
I'm going to start referring it as Western Taiwan, just like they told me to on the internet. We apologize to Western Taiwan. I'm sure we'll get memory hold by YouTube because they are under the boot of China too. Kangaroo pouch. And it holds the big nuts and keeps them separate from the rest of the junk so that they don't stick or get in the way or bang around. You don't want that when you're working or running or working out, any of it. The whole idea was conceived of by an Iraq war veteran when he was out in the desert and the sweaty nuts were getting stuck to his leg. And he was like, there's got to be a better way. They have boxers for men, but they also have a female line of sheath underwear with modal fabric that breathes, sports bras, undies. I wear the cheeky boy shorts and they make my bum look amazing. We love this company. I love it. I wear them every day. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use the code DUMPSTER to get 20% off your entire order. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use the code DUMPSTER for 20% off your whole order. Link in the description below. So as I've been putting together a lot of the dumpster fire stuff, I've been going through a lot of the episodes, and we are just rapid fire sliding into a dystopia. Speaking of which...
Make Orwell fiction again. Apparently there's a prison ship just chilling outside of the Bronx.
Bravo, please forward all COVID sheets to the CC's office.
This is a very painful story for me.
Breaking news.
Not because there's a prison ship. Because it's more about me and my trauma. Ava DuVernay, the director who shared this tweet, blocked me on Twitter for making a simple joke saying cruises are back, baby. Maybe she didn't hear it in my hilarious tone. Cruises are back, baby.
I think either way she would have been offended, Bridget.
I can kind of maybe see why she blocked me. Laura Poitras, she was a director who did Citizen 4. She was the journalist who broke Citizen 4 with Snowden, all the Snowden stuff. So she's a serious journalist, and I like her too. And I do think it's a little bit sketchy to present just floating chatter without any context.
Available staff, all available staff. We need you out here. Medical emergency in 3BB. Be advised, I need a padlock.
If that inmate fails to comply with your orders, you are to deploy guys to gain compliance.
Why is there a prison ship in the Bronx?
Yeah, that is very strange.
It's spooky anyway. The video is very spooky. The radio chatter is very spooky. But the spookiest part of all is Ava DuVernay blocking me on Twitter. Like, subscribe, and comment, and touch my bells and buttons. And make sure you dingle that little jingle and touch that little button. Or that big button.
Okay, everything is racist.
Everything is racist. Okay, this is actually racist.
Yeah. Spain's postal service introduces skin tone stamps to fight racism and makes the whitest one the most valuable.
This is the dumbest. This is like how it started, how it's going, because they've already discontinued these stamps.
3 days.
Yeah, they lasted 3 days. What's funny is I was like, what were they thinking? Thinking they weren't thinking, but no, they actually put thought into this. And the rationalization was that if you had to use more black stamps, it would show the discrimination and the racism that's been systemic.
The disparity.
Yeah, the disparity. Wow. How does your brain get there?
That's some serious mental gymnastics.
Or just tone deafness?
Uh-huh.
Or not a single black person in the room when you're making this decision?
Uh-huh.
It seems like one of those things where you're like, hey, how about this? We make the white stamp more expensive to show the discrimination against all of the people of color. We will make those cheaper. And people are like, oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, so like you have to use more stamps like to show how much harder they had it throughout history.
Wow. Wow. And you know a lot of thought and discussion went into this whole thing.
Yeah, and it's actually racist. Everything's fine, guys.
Proof we're living in a simulation. They keep trying to warn us about UFOs and no one cares.
Every week.
Yeah.
They release another story. This one's about the underwater aliens.
Yeah, U.S. submarines detect mysterious speeding crafts underwater ahead of a Pentagon UFO report.
Maintain track as best you can. 46 knots, 50 knots. 138 knots. That one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right?
Cheapers creepers. Eric Weinstein had a really great point. He said they keep releasing the evidence. It's like a riptide. It just pulls you out farther and farther because they're not saying, oh, there's little green men. They just always kind of imply it so that when they do have to say, oh, there's little green men, we're not like, what? Everyone will be like, yeah, someone had to be driving those ships.
I think we'll still be like, what?
No, it's always just implied. I mean, little green men don't scare me. I do feel like they're trying to brace us for an alien invasion.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the aliens have already taken over, and this is just like the slow leak of information in order to get us there.
Do you think the aliens are apologizing to China?
No. I think Biden actually maybe really is a lizard person.
His eye did go all red, remember?
Yeah.
Are they going to get COVID stimulus? These aliens?
Pandemic bucks?
They want the panda bucks. Hey, how the fuck do we prepare for the alien invasion, guys? I thought this whole time I was going to be zombies.
Or robots.
Or robots.
Right. You're like, I stockpiled sand. What sand? What good will sand do me? Do aliens like sand? Do they not like sand?
I don't know what to do about these aliens and the invasion that is forthcoming. Tell us in the comments how to prepare for the alien invasion. Maggie needs to know.
What should we be stockpiling?
What should we be stockpiling?
Do they sell it at Costco?
Seems like our guns and ammo are going to do no good.
Right.
The conspiracy theory is that they need another COVID.
To keep us under control?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, they'll be like, the aliens are here. You're all locked up again.
Yeah. Capitalism always wins.
God, this story.
Amazon introduces Zen booths for their workers.
Or, you could just give them a fucking raise. Or maybe not overwork them to the point that they have to pee in bottles.
Uh-huh.
They have to go into a Zen booth and then watch Amazon propaganda.
Mindfulness.
Yeah.
Mindfulness. Amazon propaganda. I'm sorry. I just don't understand why they don't, make the conditions better for the workers. They don't need a cry closet. It's so weird. Yeah, you guys are so busy and overworked. Instead of giving you a living wage or a raise or better benefits or literally anything that could make your life easier, not overworking you, we're going to give you a tomb in which to go breathe.
Right. And I love how they made a big deal about the fact that they had fans in them. Like that was like their own personal massage therapist or something. They're like, they have fans. Oh my God.
Amazon. I mean, Jesus.
And how much money did they spend on these things?
Enough to give everybody a raise.
I mean, enough for this PR stunt.
Maybe we should limit how much we buy from Amazon.
You're going to get some pushback from my husband on that one.
Conspiracy Corner with Sammy FNF. People are claiming magnets stick to their vaccine injections.
And by people, these are the types of text messages I get from Sammy Flappinfolds.
It's been going around. Half of the people that get
Sam's on Telegram
that get the
not
jab.
True.
Half of the people that get the jab, a lot of them are finding magnetic.
I was putting my makeup on, and Sam walks up, and she's trying to get metal things to stick to my jab site. This is what I deal with.
Dumpster diving.
What's next in the dumpster?
Chicken wing shortage grips America.
The chicken wing shortage. I thought this was America, not a place where we're out of gas. We have a lumber shortage. There's a car shortage coming. No more gas, no more lumber, and now chicken wings. What kind of country is out of things? I thought this was America where we could order anything we wanted at all times, and our Amazon workers would pee in their cry closets.
This has never happened to us before.
It's like we're so privileged.
I know.
Like the idea of being out of anything.
A woman turns her house into a McDonald's shrine.
This lady's clearly my hero. But I feel like if you don't have a fiberglass slide in your backyard that gives you slivers, you're just a phony.
This is a little nuts. This lady and her husband. Wow. Did you see that picture of them?
No. Maggie, get a new phone. Jesus Christ. We need to start paying Maggie.
Please sign up at Phetasy so Maggie can get rid of her iPhone 2.
I feel like he kidnapped her on a McDonald's playground, and now they're making a shrine to where he abducted her.
Kim Jong-un bans mullets and skinny jeans.
Sam had a lot of opinions on this.
Finally, something Kim and I can agree on.
I feel like you agree on a lot. He likes classic movies. Skinny jeans and mullets. Why? Why did he ban these?
I don't know. I didn't read the article. Too effeminate?
Did anyone read the article?
An attempt to cut off decadent Western-style fashion trends.
Ooh.
We must be wary of even the slightest sign of the capitalist lifestyle and fight to get rid of them.
Yes, when I think of capitalism, I think of mullets.
Breaking Bridget. Hatworks is selling Jewish stars that say not vaccinated.
I mean, we have a mental illness crisis in this country. What in God's creation are you thinking making these? Comparing anything to the Holocaust is horrible. Please stop doing it. And then acting like because you're not vaccinated, you are as oppressed of a person and persecuted as Jews who were killed in the Holocaust. You have a broken brain.
Uh-huh.
Like you're a fucking mentally ill person, and you should probably be put on a train. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Off to the prison ship with you.
Off to the prison ship with you. But there were people in the comments who are like, these people should all be killed. I'm like, do you understand the irony of that? Everybody was upset about this. They're like, this is ridiculous. Conflating it with people who haven't been vaccinated. And then the pearl clutching from the left comes along and they're like, what? How could you compare anything to Nazi Germany? Or how could you compare anything to the Holocaust? Or how could you compare anything to Hitler? I'm like, you guys spent 4 years doing that. 4 years, 5 years comparing everything to Hitler and everyone to a Nazi. You don't get to act outraged about the comparison of things. You can be outraged about this incident, yes. Outraged about comparing anything to Hitler is insane coming from the left. It's been so widespread that it became a meme. It was that book cover that's like, everyone who disagrees with me is literally Hitler. Mm-hmm. That's how often you compare things to the Holocaust. I still have people calling me Nazis and a Nazi in my comments. Uh-huh. So yeah, have a little bit of self-awareness. How about nobody compares anything to that? Let's make a rule. New rule. Don't do that. It's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Does anybody read books or history anymore? Do they know anything about? Yes. You not being vaccinated is exactly the same. You fucking idiot. And then I was watching on Twitter the left being like, this is all on you, right wing. This is the people that you have in your tribe. These people are on you. These crazies. It's one crazy. We have this habit. This is a bad habit of taking the most extreme version of one individual on one side and saying, this is representative of everybody on the side. And everybody does it.
Yeah.
But on the, last week, something went viral. I don't know why it went viral. It was these little knitted penises that some queer couple, they made them for parents who want to allow their children to have gender fluidity.
Right. They're called prosthetic packers.
They had to put a disclaimer on it. Both these people had to walk it back. If you're writing a long paragraph of why you made a product after all of the internet comes for you, you probably did something wrong. Nobody admits this. They just double down. But they were like, people think that we are selling these to children. We are not selling these to children. We're selling them to parents of children. I'm like, you're still selling them for children. They're made for freaking diaper size.
There was a picture of a bear wearing a diaper with this thing in it.
This is what happens when you lock people up for a year and all they can do is freaking crafts. They lose their minds and start making weird things like this. It's like Craftworks by Karens. I mean, this stuff makes me crazy. Again, the right wing latched onto that, and they like to say this one queer couple on the internet who sells these creepy knitted penises is representative of everybody on the left, and that's just not the case. But these two people are representative of the mental illness crisis we have in this country. Get some fucking help. This week on the internet is glorious. I'm just going to present one man to you who his TikTok, I went down the rabbit hole, and he is a gift to the world. And now he is my gift to you.
Now, y'all know I'm not a fan of tomatoes, but this man, when he be in the woods and he got his little spices and he just be minding his business, stir it, fluff it. What is that? He done covered it. Oh, I can't stand tomatoes, but he make it look good. Oh, he making sauce? Well, maybe I can't eat it. Chop, 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 chop. Ooh, garlic. So soothing. I would really eat in this man forest. Look at this. Oh, this says, oh, Lord. I don't like tomatoes, but I would really eat this. What is that? A little dough? That's... He make a pizza? A calzone? What is it? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Each of these pancakes has a cinnamon roll baked inside of it. Start with the biggest cinnamon rolls you can find. On a medium-low frying pan, spray some cooking spray, unravel the cinnamon roll, and place it inside. Add about a quarter cup of your favorite pancake batter from the middle to the outside of the cinnamon roll. Then add some water and cover it until the water evaporates. Flip the pancake, add some more water, cover it until it evaporates. Take the pancake off and immediately add the frosting that it comes with on top. The residual heat will help melt the frosting and make it really gooey. Stack your pancakes, add some maple syrup, and enjoy.
Phetasy news. Okay. We had Eliza Blue on Walk-Ins Welcome. She is a survivor and also an advocate of humans who have been sex trafficked. She's just awesome. Great conversation. We got deep. We also have a big announcement.
Yes.
Walk-Ins Welcome is moving to Podcast One. We can announce it now.
Yay!
It's so great. We're so excited to partner with them and to be on their platform and have a whole new audience and expand out into the world. And
exciting.
We really appreciate Ricochet and love them.
Yep.
And thank them for giving us our humble roots, our first home. And now we are at Podcast One. So go check us out. All of our episodes are there. And make sure that you get excited for us and subscribe on Apple, particularly if you're an Apple user. That really helps. Subscribe to our podcast.
And leave a review.
And leave a nice 5-star review. And if you don't, we will find you.
And we will
review you. Sign up to Phetasy.com. Join the community. We have workouts, writing prompts every day. I'm thinking of starting a camp, a virtual camp for adults. I don't have enough going on. You get a lot of behind scenes. I mean, I'm mostly in there now.
Yeah.
I don't live really anywhere else online. And you get the unedited version of Dumpster Fire. The unedited version is an hour long. You can go to Substack, sign up to my Substack, and also BridgetPhetasy.com for merch. We have a discount code for subscribers for the next week. And as we mentioned at the top of the episode, if you subscribe now to Phetasy.com, you will get not only the discount, but you also get 2 months free if you sign up for the annual. And we have a new shirt for the ladies because it's going to be the one that got away. They're saying it's going to be white boy summer. Oh, no. It's going to be the one that got away girl summer. I have a Spectator article, Playboy of the Western World, where I talk about how men's magazines don't give a shit about you. Buried lead. Thank you to you, to our subscribers, to our donators, our kind and generous commentators.
People who've touched our bells and buttons.
You're brave souls for liking this show. Truly. Thank you to our vets. Thank you for your service to this country.
Yep.
Thank you, Better Phetasy, for the Wuhan lab ain't nothing to fuck with joke, as well as all of the research. So just follow Better Phetasy. They are hilarious. And thank you, Zen Pro Audio, for the juicy mic. Any of your audio needs, go to Zen Pro Audio. Thank you to our aliens and Maggie and Sam.
Thank you, Bridget.
Follow Sam anywhere on the internet. Follow Maggie in our community /cult.
Phetasy.com.
This has been your Dumpster Fire for the week of May 23rd to May 29th. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich. I bow to the light.